Well, good evening or good morning, wherever you're at. This is Joe Lawrenson again with Bold Pathway. And tonight, or today, I should say, our topic is the fox, the duck, and the dog. Understanding the buyer's journey. Scene 1. Relationship with a client begins long before the first conversation. It starts with a feeling, a glance, a moment of awareness. And if you pay attention, you can see the stages unfold, just like watching animals in the wild. The fox in the bush. Picture a fox at the edge of a clearing, not running, not approaching, just watching you from the tree line. This is the know stage. Your client is a fox, alert, cautious, and fully aware of your presence. They know what you are. They recognize your outline. But they don't know yet what you do or whether you matter to them. They're gathering information. They're studying your patterns. They're deciding if you are worthy to get close to. And here's the truth. You can't chase the fox. He'll outrun you. You can only be steady and stay steady enough for them to keep watching. Eventually, there's a shift in curiosity. If you stay constant, if you show up without forcing anything, no making subtle changes, the fox doesn't bolt, the energy softens, and the relationship moves into a new stage. The duck on the pond, I call this one. Now your client is the park duck, used to seeing people, and is gliding across the water. This is the light stage. They're willing to come near you, but only from the safety of their natural environment. The water is where they feel confident. That's where they move best, and where you don't have the same comfort or control as they do. They'll paddle close, they'll watch you, they'll take what you offer because it feels good and tastes good. But they're not climbing out of the bank for you. They're not letting you touch them. They're not leaving the pond. They like you, but only within the boundaries that keep them safe. That's exactly how clients behave when they're curious but not yet committed. Why does this stage matter? Well, this is where most businesses get it wrong. They see the duck coming close and they assume trust is automatic. They reach too fast. They try to pull the duck out of the water. And the duck does what ducks do. It paddles away. The light stage is very delicate. It's about meeting people where they feel comfortable, not dragging them into your world. It's about value without pressure, presence without demand. The moment of real trust begins if you stay steady. If you keep showing up with clarity, care, and consistency, the relationship shifts again. Something rare happens, something earned. The dog shows you its belly. Now your client, excuse the terminology here, but the picture suits the idea, the concept. Your client is the dog who rolls over and exposes its belly. This is the trust stage. A dog doesn't do this for just anyone. They don't do it because you have treats like the duck follows you for. They don't do it because you're interesting. They do it because they've decided you're safe. It's vulnerability, it's openness. It is the moment when the client says, I'm ready, you can guide me. They're no longer the fox keeping the distance. They're no longer the duck staying in the water. They're the dog who trusts you enough to relax completely. Why does a buyer's guide matter? It matters because it keeps you from making the classic mistakes, trying to pet the fox, trying to grab the duck, and trying to rub the dog's belly before the dog rolls over. It reminds you that people don't move from stranger to loyal customer in one jump. They move through emotional stages. Each has its own page and pace, its own rules and its own signals. When you honor the journey, you stop pushing, you start guiding, you stop chasing, you start attracting. You stop trying to close, and you start earning trust. That's where real business happens. Not in pressure, but in relationship. Not in force, but in understanding. Not in shortcuts, but in patience. The fox, the duck, the dog. 3 simple animals that reveal the truth about how people buy, how trust is built, and how relationships grow. Honor the journey, and your clients won't just buy from you. They'll trust you and return to you and refer others to you. That's the power of understanding the buyer's journey. Thank you for viewing this episode of boldpathwayllc.com. You're welcome to book a call with me and see if our businesses relate to each other, or if you're a person and you're struggling with something, you're welcome to call me too. All right, thank you very much. Blessed be.